Do you think Dreams is so hard? Probably yes, but today I'm starting new specific tutorials that I hope will lead you to create things like this too. We'll see all the basic settings that I generally use in my projects and that I use of Procreate as a support for the drawings. This obviously doesn't mean that as soon as you have my settings, you'll immediately do jobs like this, but you will get there by looking at my past tutorials and the new ones that will arrive, where we talk about 12 principles of animation, lip sync, rigging, VFX and much more. So if you want to learn all this, I recommend you stay connected. If you are not, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, like, hype, everything. Thank you. But let's start right from Procreate, where I draw most of the elements, especially basic backgrounds, layer that I need to create special effects, and obviously also the character design. This is because the drawing part here is complete and has been working well for years. For example, with the wall assisted drawing part that allows us to work faster. On Dreams this is still missing. For this new project that I'm carrying forward, as you can see, there are a few canvases of different sizes. This one, for example, is very large, where I drew these clouds, layer that served as a background in this scene. But why so big? First of all, from my point of view, all the canvases that I import on Dreams must be at least in 4K for a better resolution. The DPI is not important, we don't have to print and therefore a measurement like this can also be fine. It's important that at least one of the canvas size values is above 4000 pixels. If I have to zoom in very close on Dreams, this will allow me not to lose too much resolution. Not all of us have very powerful iPads and especially large storage, but to obtain good results you need a good resolution. Next to resolution, we need a reference here on Procreate of what the screen will look like on Dreams. I usually work on 4K projects on Dreams, so I create a new one here on Procreate with the same dimensions. I rotate it because the project will be horizontal. With this red, fill the canvas, copy, and paste here. We automatically see the exact dimensions of what the view of this project on Dreams will be like. Especially for the creation of backgrounds, we need a reference that allows us to see what will come out of the screen. To help you understand better, I'll import the project directly to Dreams. I'm bringing up this export topic because a key thing is how to export the file to Dreams without losing anything and without the elements being in different positions. An important thing to set is the color profile, which we check on the information of the canvas. We need to make sure that the color profile is in RGB, because this is the color standard that every screen uses. Here you have an example of what happens if you work on Procreate with the standard 4 colors instead of the RGB. Right Procreate, left Dreams. You can very well notice the difference in the vividness of the colors if I import a project in 4 colors on Dreams. This is exactly what happens as if the tones lighten up compared to Procreate. You must therefore work in basic RGB on Procreate to avoid problems. Let's then move on to exporting the file. To export it in the right way without losing any elements and with the exact same proportions and positions, we can simply take it from the Procreate gallery. Obviously, the more layers you have, the longer it will take to load the file. You can then immediately see that the red rectangle fits perfectly with the size of the 4K video output of Dreams. Convert the drawing to tracks and all the layers are perfectly aligned with each other. When we work especially on backgrounds, we must keep in mind that the drawings will have to go a little beyond this red rectangle. For example, if we have to add camera movements or zooms, there will have to be some room for maneuver. When you design something on Procreate, pay close attention to what we will need on Dreams to ensure you don't have any problems and don't have to redraw backgrounds. Planning is essential. As for the colors, the basic project on Procreate is in RGB, and as you can see, there is practically no difference in color. With the arrival of Dreams 2, I noticed a clear improvement from this point of view. Considering that this project is in display P3, the result is really excellent, because generally it's advisable to use a standard RGB. Dreams is designed for video animation, so ultimately what you see has to work well on standard screens, not just iPads. But let's move on to the settings that interest us most here on Dreams. The frames per second. I generally work at 60 frames. This allows me to obtain very fluid animations, but as you know, I always try to make animation in rig without drawing almost nothing frame by frame, except for some special effects or particular loops. My advice, if you decide for a more traditional animation, is to use excellent standards for frame by frame animation of 15 or 24 frames. But let's get to the Dreams interface and the tools we need to work. With the plus button we can add a new track, which are what you see there under those little numbers that indicate the length of the timeline. We can add the text directly with the text icon. I would say this might remind you to subscribe to the channel. We then find the possibility to add a new drawing for the duration of the timeline. With the arrival of Dreams 2, this thing has changed a lot, because now you will have to be very careful in choosing the size of the canvas you will need, while before the beauty was precisely the possibility that it had practically infinite dimensions. But let's get to the most interesting part of Dreams 2, that is the Flipbook, which allows us to create groups of animations that we can practically move anywhere in the timeline. There are some aspects to improve here, such as the need to select many frames to duplicate in a simpler and faster way, the creation of loops, etc. But an interesting thing that comes with the next update is the possibility to move the Flipbook to work better. If you want to know all the news coming soon on Dreams, take a look at the video that I leave you in the description. We then find this icon that allows us to select multiple elements that are Flipbook, drawings or other groups, and for example make a single group or move everything together on the timeline. We'll gradually see all the other settings, but these are the main ones that we need to start animating on Dreams. Again, a fundamental aspect that comes with Dreams 2 is the possibility of transforming practically anything into a flipbook. Working with many tracks, as in my case, this allows me to lighten the software. And if, for example, if I have a character that is made up of many layers, I can transform it in this way, to have only one track in the timeline. It takes a while sometimes to transform the layers, but this setting is really useful. To get to the animations you see, there is a storyboard phase, animating a storyboard, where I generally decide the duration of each scene, what happens inside, how to arrange the background and the characters, and above all the camera movements. Already at this stage I decide how fluid the animations need to be, and to work quickly I add some really basic drawings. There are also flashes of the storm, as you can see, this to make the scene more dramatic, but it also serves to highlight the cat more when it's flying, as in the final scene. As a creative process, it's obviously very dynamic. At the beginning I create many scenes like this one, where for example I am missing background elements, characters, etc. But as I go on, I directly use the elements that will be in the final version to speed up the work process. Well, dreamers, this is a new beginning and I hope it will bring you closer to this fantastic world. You have all the tools you need to start creating something interesting. My sincere advice is to start practicing a lot if you like all this. Observe the world around you, even from there you can understand how an object moves or the movement that a person makes when walking. All things that you have to learn to observe first to then transform into animations. I can't wait to see what you can do. Write to me in the comments, I'm also here to listen to your requests. Thank you so much for watching and